Oh my goodness. This is my first time setting foot in my dressing room after my surgery. If you would like a video of all of the things that I bought whilst under anaesthetic, let me know in the comments, because apparently I bought some stuff. And yeah, wowzers. Lots of deliveries as well. Maybe we can do an unboxing or something. My goodness me. Well, this is me fresh-faced. It's a hard word to say. I have not worn fake tan, makeup, or any kind of loveliness for about a week. I am, what is the day today? This is my fourth day since my surgery, and yesterday was a really hard day because I was in a lot of pain and I was still really swollen, and our house was like full. We had like obviously people working here, then we had like our cleaners here, which we have 3 people that clean the house, and then we had like the garden people, which obviously we want here, and I want all of them here, but it's just hard when you're trying to recover, just people being everywhere. And I was just really struggling because I was sore and I was smelly because I've not showered. And then about 4 o'clock, just before everyone like left, I weirdly just started like feeling better, and all of the swelling started draining. Like I was very swollen up here. I was telling everyone that I looked like SpongeBob SquarePants that had done 10 rounds of Mike Tyson, because my body was like square. Just so swollen and square. Yeah, so when the swelling started to go, especially under my arms, because that was quite worrying, because it almost looked like my boobs now went under and around. When that started to go and things like that, I started to feel a lot better. I've realised that taking 2 paracetamols makes me feel sick. I thought it might be the anaesthetic, but it's not. It's the paracetamol. 2 of them make me feel sick. I can only really handle 1 of them. I regained like the ability to like push on things and hold things and open things. So I had a little mini shower, like a body shower down, and it made me feel so much better. My hair is so disgusting, it is unbelievable, but today I've got a little bit of a pamper day. It's actually quite funny, but worked out quite well, but I'll tell you more about it anyway. But I wasn't actually going to put any makeup on, but you know when you just feel like you need a little bit of something to make you feel a bit more alive, when you felt like the way that I have over the last week, you just need a little bit of a sort of zing in your step, which is ridiculous because I'm actually having a facial today, first thing, but this is the first time I'm going out since, and I'm not going to put a full face of makeup on, don't worry about that. I certainly need my stepmom to come and do my eyebrows for me as well, but I'm going to make myself look a little bit nicer, because I even started breaking out because I wasn't like washing my face because I wasn't getting up or anything. And so I started getting a spot there, and I started getting a spot there and there. It's made me realise how good my skincare is at the moment. It just works so well. But I'm going to start off getting ready with you by using the Viteri Hyaluronic Global Face Cream. This is like the perfect base for my makeup at the moment. Ooh, my tummy rumbling. There's a lot of weird things happening with my body at the moment. But yeah, I use this. I actually tend to use it like less like a cream, like a face cream, and more like part of my makeup routine. It just works really well with the Viteri Brightening CC Serum, and provides a really nice hydrated sort of playing field for it to go onto. So I thought we're just gonna get a little bit of colour on my face. Ali's been like out in the sun and he's looking so brown, and I'm literally not. I'm like, I want to be as lovely and tanned as you. Oh, there is so much that I have to show you, it's ridiculous. I'm like still trying to find where I put everything. So I've done my skincare this morning and my skin is looking so much better, oh my goodness. But I'm gonna go in with the Viteri Brightening CC Serum. I have been using this for like 100 years and I use it every single day. It is my favorite makeup product of all time. I feel like it needs to go in like a hall of fame because so many people tried to recreate this product. I've literally got like 3 sat on my desk at the moment, and no one ever achieves it. It is just such a beautiful product. It always looks a bit nuts on me, especially when I haven't fake tanned. Like, look, that's ridiculous. But you work it into the skin and it just gives the most healthy little glow to your face. You can mix it in with makeup, you can use it as a highlight, you can use it on its own as a base. Like, it's one of my favorite Barely There bases, and that's exactly what I'm going to use today. And that is it when my face is no longer pink. So it just makes me look like I've had 8 hours sleep. I always say that this is like 8 hours sleep in a bottle, and oh my gosh, that is the most accurate description of this product. It comes in some other colorways as well, and you can add it to your foundation. So many different ways to use it, but for me it is just like you did sleep last night, look how great you look, Lydia. And the reason why I'm telling you about this is because there is a very, very exciting By Terry launch, which I get to tell you about in this video. First and foremost, I have a 20% off discount code, so if you want to pick any of the items up that you already love from By Terry, it's such a perfect way to sample the brand, stock up. I've got obviously 20% off with Lydia20. I'll pop it on screen. I'll pop all of the details in the description box down below. So if you needed to stockpile some brightening CC serum, which is literally what I do, I have a stockpile of it, or whether you want to pick up a palette, some of their powders, even try the global face cream, this is the perfect opportunity because their products are luxury products. So they have a higher price tag. So to get 20% off is pretty darn good, basically, if I can get my words out. But the thing that is launching today is the By Terry Brightening CC Liquid Blush. So first and foremost, look how gorgeous the packaging is in true elegant Parisian luxury style. This is the Sunny Flash CC blush, and then this one is the Rosy Flash. So a little bit pink, a little bit beautiful. I'll show you what these are. Basically, they are like, this is basically a bit more of like a vibrant blush. If you remember on my wedding, I used the really vibrant, is it Platonic Blonde By Terry blush. This is kind of the same as that, but in liquid form. So if you can see there, this is the one I'm going to use today on my cheeks, just to give me a flush of color, because if there's one thing, I mean, there's so many things that By Terry does really well, but their blushes are absolutely beautiful. I can smell something on my dressing table and it smells so good, and I have no idea what it is. It smells so good. Is it me? Am I the drama? And this is Sunny Flash, and this I would say is a bit more of like your holiday glow highlight liquid. So if you want something a bit more bronzy, you could use both, to be honest. You could use this one to carve out, and then the blush colored one to just like add a little bit of blush, basically a little bit of color, a little bit of vibrance. And that is what I'm going to do today. I use a brush to put these particular things on my face. It works better for me in that way, so I pump it onto here, but you can obviously, depending on how you use your products, I pump it and I can actually use I'm going to just mix it all together, to be honest, just to give me a really, it's so natural, but the vibrance of the color just instantly gives you like a flush, and it's perfect for wearing if you don't wear a lot of makeup, or if you do wear like more makeup. It works so well. This for me is like for a day like today, when all I want to do is just let my skin do its thing, have a little bit of dewiness, beautifulness to my skin. It works absolutely beautifully. Obviously in true CC collection style, it gives you a lovely iridescent glow as well. So it's almost like a highlighter and a blusher or a bronzer in one. And it's not just as beautiful as the packaging, it's got the most beautiful enchanting rose formula, and what you see on the cheeks giving it that like dewy illuminated glow is the optical glow technology that they have in this. I always think that By Terry has the most, what's the word, like technologically advanced formulas, because they have their own labs where they develop their own like molecular makeups of their products. I never know the proper terminology of this, but they have their own labs, which is really quite cool. Terry de Gunsberg's husband is a scientist, and that plays a huge role in the development of these really, really unique consistencies, finishes, And ask anyone in the beauty industry, they'll tell you that their foundations, their powders, their products in general are just the most beautiful, and like you have a sort of what's the word, like confidence in them, that you know that you're going to get something that works, that gives you beautiful skin and enhances your skin. A lot of their products, just like these, are centered around skincare and makeup, so you don't have to compromise looking after your skin as well, and all of the products are going to be working to make your skin more beautiful, which when you've had a week off like I have, it needs all the TLC it can get. The rose stem cell is to basically illuminate and enhance the skin, whilst the optical glow technology is working to blur the pores, which at the moment Mrs. Dehydrated here is needing. Whilst also making sure that the fine lines are blurred as well, and just giving you that overall perfected look. It's buildable, so you can have it as intense or as kind of natural as you would like. And obviously it comes in the 2 shades, which this is more of like a coppery sun kiss. This is definitely more like high summer to me, whereas this is like that freshly like pinched cheeks, if you know what I mean. Like, what you always get the best look when you give your cheeks a little bit of a pinch. Well, this is going to give you that natural look. I'm going to finish my makeup though and show you exactly what it looks like at the end, because I appreciate at the moment I'm looking very nice and glowy and slightly barely there on my eyes. So let's get finished. And to finish off the look, I'm going to use one of my favourite by Terry like tinted lip balms. This is Tea Time number 3 from the Hydra Balm collection, and it's just a really lovely natural nude. I will link everything in the description box down below, but that is everything finished. I just wanted to feel a little bit more alive. I wish I was doing a full face of makeup right now, you have no idea, just to make myself feel like me again, because it has been a wild ride this week. Like, I am covered in bruises, but that is my favorite color, probably Tea Time. But there's quite a few, I always lose them, but there's quite a few. I really love the flushed Nudissima. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful one. This is a bit more pinky, but you can use my discount code, which is 20% off. It's Lydia20. It has some exclusions, I'll put them in the description box down below, but if you wanted to try the new CC blush, it is absolutely beautiful. Like, look at that glow, and it's just made me feel a little bit more alive. It's ridiculous, I know. I'm having a facial in like an hour's time, and I will probably put on some more makeup afterwards, but I just wanted to leave the house feeling a little bit more like me. I cannot wait to wash my hair, because this week has been a bit of a wild ride. I think that my surgery was supposed to be an hour to 2 hours, and I went in for surgery at like 8 AM and I didn't come out until 2. And so it was a really long surgery, and then I'm covered, absolutely covered in bruises at the moment. I don't mind, because I can't tell you how like amazing I feel even just looking at myself. Like, I'm a bit bruised, so if you're squeamish, you're probably going to want to look away. My husband actually has like vlogged this last week of him looking after me, so if you want to watch that, you can. I'll link it in the description box down below. But yeah, I'll show you one of my bruises, which I'm actually really impressed by the size of this bruise. It has just been like, it's not what I remember, but then like I said in my last video, like, I didn't work for myself before, and so it's been incredibly frustrating not being able to do anything, and like not being able to do anything for myself. Like, if Lumi's crying or the dogs are crying, not being able to go and help them was, honestly, it was like giving me anxiety. It was a little bit, I mean, obviously on the grand scheme of things, it's elective surgery. I know it's something that I've chosen to do myself, but it doesn't change the fact that you're like almost knocked for 6 by the recovery. But it was honestly like a turning point yesterday. Just like that, everything just started to like drain away. Like, all of the swelling, for the most part, has gone. My bruises are getting worse because they're healing. So I will show you that, because honestly, they are so impressive. It's unbelievable. And I will show you a bit of a before and after as well. Please just ignore that there is everything everywhere. And I have a surgical bra on, but I thought that I would show you this very impressive bruise on my back. Like, I have 7 of these at this moment in time. One either side, although this one isn't quite so bad anymore. I've been taking lots of arnica and rubbing lots of arnica in. I've got them in between my legs as well. But yeah, it's been brutal, absolutely brutal. But I can actually show you my skin here as well. The weather at the moment is beautiful, so trying to show you my skin in like normal light that isn't like super harsh is quite difficult, but this is just me looking a little bit refreshed. I'm gonna get some clothes on and I'm gonna show you the results from the side, and I'll pop in like a before and after picture here so you can see the progress. I've still got a lot of swelling, but swelling is going down, and so hopefully we're gonna get a good understanding of how they're gonna look pretty soon. I think the biggest thing for me is understanding that I can't believe how like real they look. That's really nuts for me to have that, having had 10 years of these boobs that just looked so fake. Like when I had them first done, my brief was I want them to look like so natural, but just look like a good natural that people are like, oh, are they? But they were just so not that. I'm gonna be able to wear things that I've just not been able to wear, and it's gonna change just everything, really. It's gonna change how I feel about myself. I didn't feel like my body represented me. Like I felt like I had like the body of like a really beautiful, which is lovely, but glamour model, and that I don't feel like that's me at all. And so it's actually weirdly freeing to feel like this now, and it's going to take some getting used to and some adaptation from me, but it's obviously a very good thing to be this happy, and obviously understanding that the money that I paid to see Dr. Millucci is worth it. Like, this is the thing that I said to Ali in his video. I was like, the thing that you realize is that there are so many people that reached out to me that had been to see the same doctor that I had been to see, and you would never have known that they had had surgery in that way. And that's it, isn't it? It's the ones that you don't know, that you look at and you have no idea that's what you want. But I'm gonna get some clothes on now for the first time. I've been in pajamas since Tuesday, and it's gonna be nice to put some leggings on and some perfume and just have a little bit of a pamper day. But today is actually my glow up day, so I'm going to have a hydrofacial this morning. Hydrofacial is literally my favorite facial ever. If you've watched my videos in the past, you'll know that I've been having them since before we went into lockdown. I had them regularly. They are my absolute hands down favorite kind of clinic based facial. So it's not like you're going there for like a really relaxing facial. It's a like cosmetologist style facial, but wow, they are amazing. Ali and I are actually working with them for their launch of their like flagship, and Ali went and had his yesterday, and his skin, oh my gosh, I'm gonna put in a picture of his skin because it looked incredible. So I'm looking forward to that, just making me feel a little bit more alive. Then I'm going to Ruby's to have my hair washed, because obviously washing my hair is not an option for me at the moment. So she's gonna wash my hair for me. This light today is nuts. Despite having diffusers in my room, it is still very, very like contrasty. So Ruby's gonna wash and blow dry my hair, and then I am going to have acupuncture with my acupuncturist, because the moment that I told her that I was having surgery, she was like, you desperately need to come and see me. So I'm gonna do that as well. And then it's mac and cheese night at Carrie's house, and we're gonna just have a chilled girly one there. So a nice day. I'm gonna do my best not to overdo it. I am 4 days post-surgery, so I have to take care. I'm worried about tomorrow because I think I might be a bit like, oh, tomorrow, but we're gonna see how this goes. But yeah, so it's nice to catch up, and I'm obviously back a lot sooner than I thought I would be back vlogging. But literally this morning I was like, no, I'm ready to come back. So I've got lots to update you on as well, because there's been stuff happening in the garden, and I think today is like their last day or something. And obviously lots of stuff in my dressing room. So yeah, time to get dressed. We are, oh, it's got little black snoots. Oh, the little lammies running in the field.
Look at these two hugging.
Oh my goodness, little porcinis. Oh, they are so cute. I am in Carrie's car, and she has made me this smoothie. Basically yesterday I woke up and Carrie's like, do you need anything? And I was like, I don't know what I need, but I just need like goodness into me, like just a good smoothie of like loveliness. And she made me this smoothie, and I swear to you, it was like she'd been inside my head and answered my prayers, because oh, it was so good. It's like frozen berries, coconut water. What else did you put in it?
Maple syrup and natural yogurt.
And natural yogurt. And I had one sip and I was like, oh my gosh. Also, Carrie saved the day again, because this is probably going to be one of the most graphic vlogs I've ever done, so I apologise. But one of the things that they said from the pain medication is that you can have trouble going to the toilet. And even though I wasn't actually taking the medication that they gave me, I was just having paracetamol when I went home. I just left the, is it codeine they gave me, or whichever one it was. But because I'd had it at the hospital, I was having trouble going to the toilet. And I was like, oh, I'll just have to go get a laxative. That's what they said to me, like, just, if you're having any trouble, just go and get a laxative. And Carrie was like, no, because then you're gonna get rid of all of the good stuff. So she told me this smoothie to make, which was like 6 dried figs, a espresso shot, almond milk, and cocoa powder. And honestly, it's the worst smoothie I've ever had. It was literally like a raisin smoothie. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. But I drank it, like, worked a treat. And it meant that I didn't get rid of any of the good stuff that's in my tummy, and it did the job. It's so funny, isn't it? Because I often find that, like, doctors and stuff, they're quite quick to just be like medicine, and there are ways that you can sort things out much easier. So yeah,
food is medicine.
Yeah, so it's it was a good job you said that, because that helped a lot. I mean, it's meant that I'm not in as much discomfort, which yeah, it's good. But we are now en route to Bicester, to Dr. Ayad's clinic, and I'm going to be having my hydrofacial there. Carrie's having your first hydrofacial, aren't you?
I am.
I'm so excited for you, because it's honestly game changing, because my skin has just suffered so much, because I wasn't even like washing my face at one point. Hopefully it's going to give me a little bit of a glow up and set me up ready for the day, which is good. We're in my favourite part. The skincare part. I mean, don't tell Ayad that I said that though, because he'll be very upset. Ooh, it's changed. So this is the oxygen chamber thing. Can I just like go in there when Carrie's having her treatment, do you think? Do I need to get naked and go in it? Or can I just go in it clothes? I was gonna say just naked. Like legs it.
So yeah, no nakedness.
Okay. And if I feel uncomfortable, I can open it myself and get out, can't I?
Yeah.
No.
These look like the altitude sickness chambers.
Yeah.
When people are dying on Everest. Yeah. That's what that looks like.
Or like what they put you in after you come to the surface after scuba diving too quickly. You get the bends. But this is where we're going to be first and foremost. I'm having my hydrofacial, which I know is going to make me look nice and glowy, but I might be a little bit tired looking. I've literally just said to Carrie, I'm like sat on the sofa, like all I've done is get up and go into the garden today and get ready, and already I'm like, I'm so tired.
My top half has been bathed with baby wipes today, so. You are a vision.
Honestly. That is the worst part of it, I would say. I keep repeating myself, but the worst part is not being able to wash.
You know you love this.
Yes.
Grab.
Getting me on my good side, this really is going to be a glow up.
It's like a reverse Smurf.
I don't know what one of those is.
Well, you blue hair and you're Marge Simpson.
I mean, I'm very pale as well. No fake tan, nothing.
So we've just started the cleanse of my hydrofacial. There is the machine just there. That is the machine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've decided that I'm going to give a little bit of time in the oxygen chamber, because Dr. Ayad said that that would help with my recovery. So whilst Carrie has her hydrofacial, I'm going to go in there, which I'm a little bit scared of because it looks a bit claustrophobic, but apparently I can have like blankets and stuff, so I might just fall asleep. But I'm so excited for hydrofacial skin.
I'm going to put your deluxe light on, alright?
See, I never get much out. I wonder if there's more though, because I've got a little bit of congestion.
You have a little bit. Yeah.
Because obviously I couldn't wash my face. Yeah, it's definitely, usually it's like clear.
Yesterday we were looking at Alice and then it plopped out and he was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, it's on your hand.
worry.
You've got my face juice on your hand.
Very glowing. I like it a lot.
Oh, the pink.
No, I think the pink. Good pink.
Yeah, it is a good pink.
That sounds lovely.
There we go.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Whichever way you prefer. Just very slowly. Yeah. Take time.
So, don't know if you can hear me, but I'm in the oxygen chamber. This is supposed to help with my recovery and with my bruising. I've got to be honest, right now it's getting bigger, but it's not my favourite in terms of like claustrophobia. I'm not really claustrophobic, but yeah. Guys, weird moment, but we are just driving back from my acupuncture, and this is the house that we lost many years ago now. You just have to mind the poo on Carrie's window. But that is our house, and honestly, it's one of those moments whenever I drive past it that I'm like, wow, that was so meant to be. It's unbelievable. I'm also completely appreciating that I look completely different from when we last spoke. I've gone and had my hair washed by Ruby, and she gave it a lovely tong, and I've just finished up in my acupuncture appointment and feeling suitably refreshed and ready to go and sit in the garden. Well, we might not sit in the garden, but wherever we choose to sit, we're having mac and cheese, and I'm going to have a very, very gentle spritzer. So yeah, we are heading back now. It has been the most beautiful day, and I've decided that tomorrow I am just going to sit very quietly in the garden with some music playing and a book, because it's just supposed to be lovely weather, and I'm obviously not going to be able to do anything actually in the garden. I was going to be planting my little herb window boxes, but the guys from Nicholson's were like, I don't think you should be doing that, so we're going to do it for you. And I'll give you a little tour tomorrow of the garden, because they haven't finished, which is just wonderful. It's all obviously got to like grow in still, like the flower beds and things like that, but it just looks so wonderful. I'm so happy. So I'll give you a tour of that, but now on for the evening's festivities. Good morning, everyone. Actually, it's not the morning at all, it's the afternoon. I'm so used to always coming on here and being like, good morning. Yesterday was a very, very weird day. I'm also not going to do a full makeup tutorial with you, by the way, but I kind of just need to have a bit of a brain dump, so I'm doing a bit more of a full face of makeup today, much more than I did yesterday. Yesterday I was still, anesthetic is nuts. Like, you think you're okay, and then you look back and you're like, wow, I was not okay. Like, when I came out of surgery, I said to the nurse as she was wheeling me upstairs, I was like, you have such pretty eyes. And then she came in like later on, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was so like out of it when I said that, even though I literally meant it. She had very, very beautiful eyes. But every time I keep thinking I'm okay, and then I like look back on the day and I'm like, no, you were definitely still a bit wee-woo. But today is definitely the first day that I'm sort of feeling much more like myself. I showered to the best of my abilities, and I took off my surgical bra to wash it, and I've just popped on a booty little bra, and you can actually see the first. So I've seen my body for the first time, and I'm not going to get upset, because I'm just not going to get upset. That's what we don't do that on this channel. We do it all the time on this channel. But guys, it is extremely, extremely emotional for me, because I don't think that I was actually mentally prepared for this. I actually just can't believe it. There's still a little bit of bruising and obviously like, what's it called, like pen on me, because I can't wash my chest. But guys, this is what we're dealing with at the moment. I don't know if you can see. It looks so natural. I'll show you when I'm standing up. It just feels so much more me. I feel so much happier, and I honestly, I can't stop going into the bathroom and being like, I can't lose their mind. I'm like sending pictures to everyone like, guys, look. By the way, I just used the by Terry Brightening CC palette in Beach Bomb, and you can shop this online as well. I thought they were going to be introducing a new one, but they're continuing this one on from last year. So this one is sticking around. So if you wanted to shop this is one of my favourite palettes, because it is literally like everything you need in one palette basically. And it's got like a really beautiful pearlescent powder. It's also got a bronzer and 2 blushes. One that I would say is for like going out, and the other one is like for more of like a day look. But I'm going to use the By Terry Brightening CC Liquid Blush to give me some glowing colour today, because I've even fake tanned. Like, I'm probably not supposed to have fake tanned, because I mean, I don't know how I'm going to wash this off, and I haven't obviously put it on my chest area, but I needed to fake tan. The sun is shining. It is so beautiful here in the UK at the moment. We've got a heat wave this week, and your girl feels the best that she has felt for 10 years. So you know that I'm about to just get completely zhuzhed today, even though it's like 2 o'clock, I don't care. And all I'm doing is going to the garden centre. But I'm going to the garden centre today to pick up a few more lemon trees for the greenhouse, because I would really like to have like my own supply of regular lemons. Like, look at that. Such a beautiful flush of colour, and you would have seen yesterday that it just gives the most natural look when you're not wearing a lot of makeup either. This is just so like such an elegant blusher. Like, it's not too intense, it's not too much, and then also just gives you that glow. I love it, absolutely love it. I'll link it in the description box down below, but I would have told you about it already, but I thought I'd show you it on a slightly more fuller face. I also want to say thank you to you guys. Oh my goodness, I have to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't know whether to even talk about this on my channel, because A, I didn't know whether it would bring value. Like, whenever I talk about cosmetic stuff, I really like it to bring value. Like, I want to be able to give you something that's useful and information that you're going to be able to use, hopefully a recommendation for someone that's good or reliable or trustworthy, or just an experience. And I wasn't sure if this was going to be that, because I just wasn't sure. And I also didn't know how it was going to be received, because elective surgery is, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, it's it's elective. I'm choosing to do this to my body, and I've never spoken in real time about doing that. And I think that the messages, like, genuinely, that I think that's probably going to get me more emotional than the actual result, because the kindness that this community online now has and possesses and shares so freely with me is like nothing I have ever experienced. Like, we are such a wonderful community of people. I am in awe, like the DMs, the comments, just the overwhelming, like literally overwhelming kindness that I've received from you, and care. Like, you're all like, don't worry about coming back. I'm like, guys, you are just too adorable. And I just didn't think that that was going to be the case, because it was an elective surgery. But you are just such compassionate and wonderful humans, so I'm very grateful. And I read every single message, like every single message. Probably good job I didn't reply to you all, because I have been high as a kite, so probably a good thing. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling more like myself today. I'm such a side sleeper as well, so last night I actually managed to sleep on my side, which was a bonus, and I'm getting there, which feels really good. So today I've stayed chilled all day, because I do think that I overdid it a little bit yesterday. By the evening, it's why I wasn't vlogging, by the evening I was swelling again a little bit on my top half. I think I just needed to get some sleep, because that was the first day that I hadn't slept during the day. And then I got home, I went straight to bed, and woke up today, and all of the swelling, pretty much, there's a slight bit of swelling on this side here. You can see there's still a little bit of bruising, but for the most part I look the best that I've looked so far, in terms of like, I actually looked like SpongeBob SquarePants. The bruising is still there on my back and on my legs, but it feels like any kind of tender bruise that you would have normally, so it's not abnormal. I'm just very happy, and I feel like if I wasn't so happy with Dr. Malucci, I would be cross with him, because I feel like he totally played down like what his ability was going to be, and I feel like maybe that's part of what he does. So he's like managing expectations. But I had quite a few people that were messaging me and they were like, oh, I've seen him, he's a genius, blah blah blah, and I'm looking at them, but the thing that I struggled with is that my body is so like bony that it's hard to envision what mine is going to look like, and it just, yeah, it makes me exceptionally happy to look in the mirror now. I feel like it's representative of me as a person. It just felt so foreign that I had this like really obvious thing here, and now to just have this like natural looking, it's just, I'm just over the moon, absolutely over the moon. Proud as punch of myself for doing it, because I am the type of person that like spends forever talking about it, and that is what I've done for like the last, I think the first time I spoke about having it done, it was like I still had 7 years until they were 10 years old. So yeah, the fact that I actually did it. But I remember this time last year and we were like, this is a great time to take time off in like the calendar, and oh my goodness, it has been perfect, like absolutely perfect. So I'm just over the moon, guys, and so I just wanted to like kind of catch up with you and tell you how I'm feeling. And I'm gonna obviously stand up and show you the results, and hopefully I can show you a bit of a before and after picture. I just didn't even know that you could have this. So yeah, very, very interesting. And I would strongly suggest that if you are considering this kind of surgery, or if you're in a similar situation to me where you've gone somewhere and you've ended up with something that isn't what you wanted, I can wholeheartedly say that not only has the experience with Patrick Malucci, like the experience that I've had is the care, the nurses, like the nurses, honestly, it's just the most amazing experience, and so makes me realize how bad my experience was before, but also just so grateful like that I found him. It's really funny how it happened actually. They invited me in for a cosmetic treatment and I was like, actually no, like I don't want that. I want to come in for this, and I obviously this is paid for in full. There's no discounts, nothing, and I am so like happy that, because I went and looked at like his reviews and stuff, and then I had people reach out to me and say, oh my gosh, he did mine, blah blah blah, and I've looked at them and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have even known that you'd had them done. So an absolute 10 out of 10 for the experience, the care, just everything, like absolutely everything. Also, I like, you know, we did this in a very, very short window. So bless them, they were like trying to get everything tied up before we were having the surgery, because I said to them, I'm going away in the summer and I don't want to go away feeling like this, because it's a really lovely holiday and I want to feel my best. And they were like, right, well, you need to do it soon then. And so that's what we did. And I'm going to go in with the final little Ujimi flip of colour before I do my hair with one of the By Terry little balmies in Tea Time. My skin is also doing the absolute most. Like, I had such a pamper yesterday. Ruby washed my hair for me and tongued it. I had acupuncture, which was my acupuncturist. I just feel like I've got, you know, you feel like you've got a really great like team of people, not just like glam squad or anything like that, but like everyone. I'm just, yeah, everyone is just so great. Maybe I am still a little bit wee-woo from the anesthetic. No, I'm feeling very good. I'm not feeling tired today. And I've given myself a nice leisurely morning. I was lying on the sun lounger in the garden and had some coconut water. It's been bloody lovely. I'm pretty sure I can hear the sound of Ali with his face nuzzled in one of the dogs. So I just thought I would show you my makeup now that my hair is finished. But look at the glow. And I'm not even wearing foundation today. So I've just got the CC serum, I've got the new CC blush, CC palette, and it'll all be linked in the description box down below if you want to shop it. And I obviously have my discount code, which is Lydia20, so it's always a good way to make a little bit of saving. But now it's just time for my body before and after. Okay, you can see me there. Sorry, I've got fake tan all over this dressing gown, but I'm nervous. Obviously, I still got bandages and I'm covered in bruises, so I'm not going to show you too much. Down below, I'm also a little bit swollen, but you can kind of see the outline of everything. I'll pop in like a little picture or a little video of me in a bikini top that I did the night before, because I realised I hadn't taken like before pictures. I mean, he'll have before pictures, but I kind of wanted like my own. But I'm still kind of hunching a little bit because obviously I've got dressings underneath here, so I can't like fully stand up straight yet. So we're not perfecting our posture just yet. This side is still slightly swollen, like slightly more swollen. This was where I had the big bruise that kind of came up here, but this is like the more true to sort of size down there. But I'm just thinking of all of the like loose shirts that I'm gonna wear, balconette bras, new bikinis. I'm so excited. So yeah, I just feel so much more me, so much happier, and I need my tan to develop as well because I've done my tan on my face. But yeah, I just think that the results kind of speak for themselves. There's like fullness here rather than fullness here, which was the thing that really would upset me. I had this like huge fullness here. I actually have like a normal cleavage and I just feel so much more confident. But it's honestly, I feel like what with having my hair done, having this done, all of the like little treatments that I had yesterday, I feel like a new person. And so I feel like this is like my hot girl summer. What a time to do it as well, just as we come out of COVID. This is my hot girl summer. Oh my gosh. But yes, I am extremely happy. Like, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the size. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you my progress. I'm showing you a very comfy and cozy outfit of the day in my bathroom, because my dressing room is a hot mess. So I've got some Caramillin linen drawstring trousers. I think these come in 3 different colours. They are such a great, like, just wardrobe staple for throwing on. They're like straight to the floor, wide leg, perfect with a linen shirt, which this one is H&M. This is the first time me wearing this shirt with a new silhouette, and it fits so much better. Oh my goodness. But it is still chilly outside, so I'm wearing a lovely cozy Lauren Manoogian cardigan, and I've got MS sliders and a Birkin. And now, whilst Ali gets ready to take me to the garden centre. What is that you're eating out of the box? You could tell someone's on a diet when this is what they're like. With cake. Made a pig's ear of that as well. Is this the cake that Sky sent you? Yeah. The Godfather one?
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? Like blood.
Oh right. It's not a film I think I would want to watch, so. What are you doing to it?
Like fluffy.
We're in the car. Miss Millen Gordon is driving me around, which is my absolute favourite thing.
Yeah, so you say that like that's different. It's
I just feel like I was one of those people that they were meant to be driven around. They weren't meant to drive, you know?
Right.
But especially at the moment. But yeah, he said that he would take me to the garden centre. He was going to watch the Arsenal game, but he didn't want to pay for the sports thingy. That was it, like 30 quid a month?
Yes.
30 quid a month?
Not for BT Sport.
For BT Sport.
I already pay for Sky Sports.
Right.
And I've already paid for this other weird thing, Tazan or whatever it's called, which is the boxing.
Right.
And we pay for Apple TV, and we pay for Netflix.
Yeah, it does get a bit much. There almost needs to be like
we pay like about 100 and must be about 150 quid a month on watching TV.
A month?
Yeah.
That's insanity. What was I going to say though? Oh yeah, so instead he's taking me to the garden centre, which obviously I am
much more excited.
Eternally grateful for. I did say to him, I was like, oh, we should take the dogs, because Barclay's never been to the garden centre, but
oh, you didn't want to go?
Barkley did want to go. He loves it, but he we realised that obviously I can't hold the dogs in terms of like they would all be on Ali, and I think that would stress him out.
And plus all the trolley.
I'm sorry, could you talk any quieter?
And the trolley. So I'd have to push the trolley and have 2 dogs and then put things in the trolley whilst holding 2 dogs, and there's no dog sections in the store.
Yes.
So then it would be a struggle, wouldn't it?
basically. So anyway, we're heading there now. I'm starting to feel a little bit sleepy. I think it generally like comes in waves a little bit. So I have like these moments where I'm like, ooh, I feel like completely normal. And then I just have these times where I'm like, I wonder how long it takes for that to wear off. And I also believe that you are going to be cooking me a little dinner this evening.
Pasta celebration of The Godfather for 50 years. But it's not like a new film, it's like a
they've just
improved quality.
Improved the
quality of the original.
Yeah, but we're not going to watch that tonight though. We're going to watch Tales from the Kitchen Garden.
We are going to eat the pasta.
Yes, we will eat the pasta. So I'm getting a meal cooked for me by my husband. Meatballs and pasta, which I'm very much looking forward to. And I also, at some point, well, I didn't show you the kitchen garden because it was so windy outside, so I might have to show you that tomorrow. But I do also have to unbox my Valentine's Day present from you, because I haven't done that yet.
You have not.
But I won't.
Very heavy.
Yeah, I won't be able to do it, so you'll have to unbox them for me.
Right.
And then we can get them into the kitchen garden. And then hopefully I can show you around, because literally I took one step outside earlier and I was like, absolutely not, you're never gonna hear me. Oh my goodness, we have just got home from what was a somewhat unsuccessful trip to the garden centre. I always feel like I go to the garden centre, and perhaps you'll know why this is, but I go to the garden centre and I buy something, and I'm like, I'll buy one of them because otherwise, you know, I don't know if I'll use them or whatever. And then I'm like, no, I need to go back and get more. And by the time I go back and get more, they're all gone. And so there wasn't a single like proper lemon tree there with any actual lemons on them. And I know from having my one from last year that they take a long time to produce fruit, and the ones at Dalesford have like big juicy lemons on them already. So I think what I'll do is I'll pay a little bit more, because I'm only going to get 2 or 3 of them. Fingers crossed Dalesford have them, and get those for my greenhouse, because they just didn't have any fruit on at our local one. So, or maybe I should try somewhere else. Sorry, my arm is really hurting. But I'm struggling. I'm really struggling, and you probably realised this yesterday, but I was very, very lethargic. And today I actually felt more like me for a longer period of time. But then I get sort of to a certain point in the day and I'm just very, very tired. It was funny, yesterday I said to my reflexologist, I was like, the one thing that I really want is to like feel energized again. And she, at the end of my session, she was like, you might want to feel energized, but your body is saying that it wants to rest. And considering I went out yesterday, and then I've just gone out now, and then tomorrow we've got what is our Christmas present to Ali's dad and stepmom and brother and fiance. We're going to Manoir, and so I'm going to have to go to that as well. And so I think that this evening I am just going to get on the sofa now. I might even nap, because I know what so many of you are going to be saying, because I've had so many messages like, Lydia, we know what you're like, you're not going to be resting properly, make sure that you actually rest, like everything can wait. And here I am like continuing to vlog when I probably should just be resting. But the lovely thing that I had this evening is my husband is cooking me dinner. That makes me very happy. The only thing I wanted to do was have a glass of wine in the garden, but it's actually been quite blustery today. It's actually not been as warm as I hoped it would be. But it's lovely and sunny, but not with the wind. The wind, it was too cold.
Yesterday it was quite still.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow it'll be nicer. But I'm gonna plonk my bottom on the sofa and maybe drift in and out of sleep for a little while. Good morning, everyone. The wind has settled and I slept for a good 9 hours last night. So be prepared for a very, very puffy face and a finished this time, kitchen garden. So you would have seen all of, well, it's almost finished, I guess. You would have seen all of the oak sleepers go in, the oak posts are in, with this one over here is my absolute favourite. We've actually channelled out the oak post and fed, sorry, I've got my morning coffee. We've fed all of the pipework through the post and sealed the post, as you can see at the back there. There's a little thing there hiding it. Got this beautiful aged brass tap on here. This little square here is going to be covered over with mulch. This will be my pumpkin bed later in the season. These are my window boxes, so my little herb window boxes that have been planted by the Nicholson's team. I was going to do this myself, but I think they felt so bad for me when I couldn't like move, but they were like, would you like us to get them in there for you, just so that they're in there? And so they did that for me. These were made to my specification. We were really unsure of what to do here. We were initially going to do like L-shaped boxes. Actually, these gorgeous champagne crate window boxes came to my mind, and I am in love with them. I really hope that Nicholson's add them to their like collection, because I've had a lot of questions about them. And they made them here on site. These beautiful old little rivets there, I just love them. Then these are my new planters for my bay trees. These are from Burgess Reclamation Yard. The Nicholson's team picked them up for me and planted them. We just realised that we needed to break up the wood because there is such a thing as too much wood. And this is my other little planter. So we've got some mint in here, some lemon thyme, some sage and purple sage. The mint, I would imagine that they've planted in their little pots so that they don't go too wild, which is really good. This is my little centre island. I'll show you it from this side because we are going to add a little like cobbled surround just to finish it off, so you can see it a little bit better there. And this has all been planted as well. We're planting at the beginning of the season, so it is just little babies, but they're starting to come up. I never like planting things unless it's like hedging. I don't really like planting them too mature because the fun part is seeing them come to life, and so it's going to be lovely to see this blossom and grow and establish itself. But we have some lavender in here. I'm thinking these are some salvias, maybe, I'm not sure. It's all purple and white, which has been the colour scheme from the very beginning when we started having our garden replanted. Purple and white is the order of choice because I think that it gives me very much time vibes. But you can see how lovely it's looking. Now we have another oak post over here. This one is just for decorative purposes, and this little grass bank that was my pumpkin patch last year is going to all just be grass and super sympathetic. We've got our hedgerow in there, which is going to establish itself as well. We've got all of the irrigation in, which is going to eventually be covered up. It's actually visible now where I've planted some bits and pieces. So we've got carrots in here, salads, but this is going to be game changing for me to be able to just not worry about planting everything and not worry about watering everything at the moment. It means it's just one of those things that you get to enjoy a little bit more. But let's head into the greenhouse, see how it is in there. Obviously I've got my new cloches that have come as well, so I'll get those out later and show you. But I thought I'd come out here for a little bit of springtime in here. I love that there's like dog toys in here as well. So as you can see, the lemon trees are doing well. I might try and head to Dales for today. I don't know what time they close, but we're going to be in Oxfordshire, so it might actually work out. And I would love to do a little bit more planting in here, like a little bit more sowing of seeds. These muscari are loving life out here, which is lovely. But I think some lovely lemon trees on this side would work well. And also our vines have started to bloom. Look at that. But it is all just looking absolutely perfect and so like established, and it makes me so excited now for what we're going to do across here, because once this is all oak posts and glass, I think it's going to look so much nicer. And obviously our wisteria is growing up there, our clematis is growing up there in our other champagne crate, which I'm going to show you. And it's just going to look lovely, but I need to get some more cobbles to go around here. I don't know whether to do cobbles or brick. I also saw, I'm going to show you Mallows. This is me this morning. I had a very good sleep last night, but I also saw a really lovely design to border the gravel paths with a sort of brickwork cobble as well, so we could do it with like a sort of Cotswold stone or something like that, just to border all of the gravel paths that we have, because we actually don't have a huge amount, and they're bordered on the driveway but they're not bordered back here, and I think that would look really nice. But anyway, we've got the proper designers coming tomorrow, actually the 21st I believe they're coming. We've got a surveyor coming and sort of head lady at Nicholson's, where we do all of our garden work. But it's a good lot of progress and the sun is shining. It's the first day of spring equinox, and it's just beautiful. But today I'm needing to get up because we need to walk the boys and get ready to head to Oxfordshire, because we are going to Le Manoir today, and I am super excited. I'm going to get all glammed up because I'm feeling stronger every single day. I feel so strong. I'm just hoping that I don't get tired. I really, really don't want to get tired. So yeah, I'm going to head back into the house and get ready to go for a walk. Anyway, some things that are on here that I've got this lovely mascara still. I've got some more chives to pop out. These are some copper slug rings that I got to help me with my salad growing, because as you might know, I struggled a lot with growing salads this year, well last year actually, and so I got some of these. I googled some slug repellents and I thought this was quite pretty anyway and quite effective, so we're going to try those out. I bought lots. And then this is a rain sort of monitor that we can put on the irrigation, because obviously the irrigation comes on automatically, but you don't necessarily need it to. We have this on our beds around the house, but you don't necessarily need to, because it can have a certain amount of rain in there and then it'll be like, you don't need the irrigation to come on, so it saves you money. So it's just a bit like more cost effective and better for the environment. But very beautiful in here today. Good morning. This one is always out of his bed. The other one is always in his bed. So he always comes down here to say hello. Goodbye. Goodbye. This is our super large champagne crate that we had made by the Nicholson's team. So this was made to our specification to fit to this wall, to make it a bit more of a beautiful feature, because it just looked like a big red brick wall. So I don't actually know what they planted in here, because I was obviously bedbound when they did it, but it looks like there's lots of lovely things that are going to come up. I do know that this is a clematis and it's got lots of shoots already, so it's probably enjoying itself here. Gets lots of sun. And I just love these champagne crates so much. They make me very, very happy. Very beautiful.
Eating poo.
Of course, a rare delicacy to sausage dogs. Look at these views. So I'm not sure if you can hear me, because it's a little bit windy up on this hill, but this is my first walk post-surgery. Obviously I'm not like taking the boys or anything, but it feels good to be out in the fresh air. I miss my little walkies. So this is one of my favourite denim dresses ever. Like genuinely, this is just one of the most beautiful collections, and I was really, really lucky to snap basically all of the pieces up. So I've got Manolo Blahnik shoes on. These are some beautiful tan flats, but they're actually quite a light tan. So I've ordered some, I think they're from French Soul. I ordered them last night, and I'm going to see if they're a slightly darker tan. Then I have my Birkin, and this is what I'm wearing for the day as well. So, oh, and I'm wearing my By Terry full face. I've been looking forward to doing the entire thing like just all glam, and feeling very, very glowy as well. So I will link everything in the description box down below, but we need to go.
Yep, let's go.
Oh yeah. Ali is just getting a little drink for the road. I tell you what the hardest thing at the moment is getting in and out of the car, because most seats are obviously shaped really lovely to be nice and comfortable, and they have these like humps at the side, so when I get in it pushes on the bruises between my legs, and ouchie, they are the most tender things. But I'm definitely finding that people are most interested, like from my friends, on close friends, that like about the fat transfer. Like people are so, because I didn't even know that this existed. I didn't know you could have it done, so it's very interesting. Anyway, I'm going to get the sat nav up ready for Ali and head to Le Manoir. We're on our way. My husband is looking very, very smart. I actually cannot cope with his outfit today.
Wore me in a shirt.
Not for a while, I don't think. And he's got his Schuster and Hicks jacket in the back hanging for when we get there, but you look very smart, babe.
Thank you.
Ali just said to me, so are we in France now? No, not quite. Oxfordshire.
Now turn slightly left.
Look at all of
Now
these lovely
turn right,
cottages.
and then you will reach your destination
that is a row
on
of
Church
daffodils.
Road.
Wow, look at the daffodils. Wow, oh, what a beautiful house, little village
left.
here. This is very beautiful. Goodness me. Le Manoir. We're here. Wow. We have arrived into the kitchen garden at Le Manoir. It's a little bit sparse at the moment because obviously it's very, very early spring. The first day of spring. This is the greenhouse, and I wondered whether it was an Alitex greenhouse, but I believe that this is a Hartley Botanic, which I've never ever been in before. And I thought I would show you what it's like. So their signs look like this. They've split it into sort of 2 rooms. So this is obviously where they have the little seedlings and things like that. And then they've got a little bit of a function room. They have got a sink in as well. And I have always wondered whether I should put a sink in my greenhouse. But apparently they do like lessons and things like that in here. So yeah, I wanted to instantly come and have a look at the lovely gardens here. But I think we're going to have to come back when it's a little bit warmer. There's the polytunnels in there that must be feeding all of the kitchens here, but it is absolutely beautiful. Definitely going to have to come back in summer. And they've got a little bee hotel there, and we've got Ali's parents, dad and stepmom, in front of us. Oh, how lovely! I have come to the toilets. Look how lovely this is. And the views over the garden. The sun shining. We are back home now, and I am in a robe, just trying to make myself feel a little bit more me. I get very tired in the sort of like afternoon, evening, and my eyes start singing. I wish they started singing, but they actually start stinging. Yeah, I get quite lethargic, but we've spent the evening watching the Tales from the Kitchen Garden with Marcus Waring, which I'm just loving. I know I told you about it in my last vlog, but I just love it. I think it's such a great little piece of escapism, and you know that I love escapism. I'm about to jump into bed, and my skincare at the moment, I feel like I'm on point. I'm not going to do any skincare with you because I'm still testing everything out, but you'll know that I've got the Beauty Pie Serum, the Aurelia Oil, and the Kate Somerville cream. But I'm just like, I've changed everything up, and it feels like my skin feels so different. So it's really, really good fun. I'm jumping into bed tonight, and I don't know whether I'd be okay to not have my pillows. I have to say, this pillow set that I got from Amazon, it was a bit pricey, but it was like £80. And this has been an absolute godsend. I was thinking about getting one of those pregnancy pillows. That's what I had the last time I had surgery. But this has been really nice. Like, it's like a memory foam ramp, and it also comes with like a leg rest that you can put your legs over to elevate your legs. Yeah, this has just been great. And I think you can have it 2 different ways if you want, like really kind of bolt upright, but I needed to be at a 40-degree angle. But I don't know if I still do need to be. I'll have to Google it actually. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. It's just in the evenings. But for the most part, we are getting into bed. The boys are just being put to bed, basically. Ali is doing his part and putting the boys out. I'm gonna get my makeup off my face, ready for the first week back. Although I'm actually not really in work tomorrow because I'm having laser hair removal. Although I've been thinking about this more and more, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to lie on my front, so how are they gonna do the backs of my legs? I might have to try and like sit on my elbows or something, but I don't know how that's gonna work. And obviously it's gonna be hard doing like underarms because it's quite a rigorous treatment. So I might just have to go and see what I can have done tomorrow and just play it by ear, basically. But I'm gonna get my makeup off. Ali has just dropped off my water, and you can see my bed essentials. I've got some Aurelia Sleep Pillow Mist, Neon Body Butter or Bottom Butter, arnica, and some By Terry lip balm. But if you stayed around to the end, you'll know that I've got my By Terry discount code. It's Lydia20, so if you wanted to just do a little bit of shopping now, you can do so. I'll have linked everything that I've used in the description box down below, all of my favourites, all of the stuff that I love from By Terry, and the new product as well, which is obviously just launched. But I'm going to leave this vlog here. Didn't expect to be back so soon, but it's been really interesting, like, monitoring my recovery this time, because I was so not in tune with my body 10 years ago. Whereas now, like I said earlier, my acupuncturist says that I am like bizarrely in tune with my body. It's just been really, really interesting, like, experiencing it now, because I thought it was like a complete breeze the first time, but really it's so different. Like, I noticed that I get tired. Yeah, I'm just noticing different effects of things. So yeah, hopefully I'll feel a bit more like me, but I swear to God, I don't actually remember the first 2 days of vlogging with you, so that's the one thing about anaesthetic that I would say, is that it makes you think you're okay and you're so not okay. You just think that you're fine, and then you're like, oh gosh, I was still a bit woozy that day. I'll probably look back on this and be like, oh gosh, I don't remember doing that. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.